Hi there, my name is Kenneth and I'm the Lone Dice Guy. Thank you so much for watching my 5th edition solo adventure as Ming Zao, Lionsbane. Yes, Ming was given a new title from the Cleric of Sarenrae last session after his one-on-one battle with the lion, and he came out on top, bloodied, but on top. And so he now has a title, Lionsbane. Very cool, I like it. I'm actually really excited about that. I thought of it spur of the moment, didn't even plan that, whatever, that's cool. Alright, so Ming Zao and his and the troop that he's a part of, they're going into the mountains to the Dwarven capital. We're on our 3rd segment. I'm going to say that a couple days has passed since that last encounter with the lion. It's been relatively calm and safe. Before we get started with anything, though, we have to do some housekeeping. So the scene setup is quite simple. We're on scene 3, and it's the 3rd leg of the trip. We've had some threads that we had from last time, mainly that we're still meeting Jim, we're helping Karvok with his job, we don't know where Tai Yang is, that's something strange, and the merchant militia is in political turmoil. We're not sure if any of that's going to come into play during this trip, but you never know. In terms of new characters that we've added, we've met Rahav and Kolban Kairol. They are a cleric and paladin of Sarenrae, and so they're now a part of our caravan going to Deep Jord, the Dwarven capital. Now, also, we have the new title that Ming has been given. That's also going to be added there, and I think everything's there. Now, in terms of our chaos factor, last time it was 6. I'm actually going to put it up to 7. And the reason I'm going to do that is because Ming was struggling. He got bloodied too. It wasn't like he handily dealt with the lion. He was struggling too. So our chaos rank will go up to 7. Yikes. It's the highest chaos rank we've had since we started playing. All right. So new scene. We roll a d10. If it is 7 or less, it changes kind of the setup of the scene. We have to deal with that random event, whatever. If it's 8, 9, or 10, it stays the same. So we got a d10 right here. And we've got a 4. So that's an even number, which means it's an interrupt scene. And on top of that, it's a random. We got to roll the random event stuff. So let's do that. So let's determine first our event focus. So what is happening? What's the focus of this random event? 82 is ambiguous event. So it's neither positive nor negative. It's just there. It just happened. Okay. So now let's determine our event action and subject. So action is 68, which is carelessness. Carelessness and 55. Now we haven't done this before. We have doubles. I don't think we've rolled doubles in any other situation besides like dealing the random tables and stuff. But if we do in the future, I've got to make sure I stay on top of that. Doubles mean a random event, but in this case they don't. 55, so carelessness and suffering. Oh no, I know exactly what's going to happen. Oh gosh, I know exactly what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to roll a d12 for our weather. Remember, 12 is clear, 1 is horrible, and it's an 11. So it's still, I'm going to say the snow has stopped falling, but there's still it's very thick. Winter has definitely fallen in this area. Okay, so carelessness and suffering. I got it. I know exactly what happened. We're going to roll a d6. So, and I'll tell you why in a second. Oh, that's very bad. So as the caravan is rolling, going through the mountain, it's been 4 days since the last encounter with the lion. So they've been at it for about a week now. And maybe we said, so about halfway through the journey. And on this segment, it's halfway through, so that makes sense. We rolled carelessness and suffering. I think that as they're going through the mountains, I rolled a d6. There's 6 wagons. So normally they would try to go along the path ahead of time to just kind of maybe clear some snow, double check for any ice patches so don't slide off the mountain, things like that. But I think Karvok is desperate to get to there, and I think so are the other members of the caravan. And maybe they're taking unnecessary risks, right? They're pushing the horses through the snow, and probably they should take it a little bit easier, a little bit slower. They're pushing they're pushing things they shouldn't push. In other words, they're being careless, and because of their carelessness, there's going to be suffering. Remember, it's ambiguous. That means for our PC, for Ming, it's going to be ambiguous, neither positive nor negative. I don't think Ming really cares about the other members of the party except for Karvok, and so he's not going to be. Anyway, as they're going down the path, I think in the middle of the caravan, one of the horses is going to maybe sprain an ankle or something. Either way, they're going to get off their balance and they're going to fall. But when that happens, the horse that they're yoked with is also going to fall, and that's going to lurch the wagon to the side. Remember, there are 12 people. Well, I just rolled a d6 and rolled a 4. So there are 4 people in this wagon. And so all the people are kind of, they're feeling the weight of it. And they're on a very steep edge, a very steep cliff edge. And one of the wheels of their wagon is going to slip off the side. And they're stuck on the axle for now. And everybody freezes for a second. All the wagons stop. At this point, Ming and Karvok get out of their wagon, look back, and see this wagon hanging precariously. One of the horses is struggling, trying to keep up from falling. And the horse that hurt its ankle is probably maybe even has a leg or two off the side of the cliff and is neighing, and trying to get back away from the cliff edge. This is very dangerous, right? So can we get the 4 people off of the wagon before it falls? Because I think at this point the wagon's going to fall, and everybody can see it slowly creaking over the edge of ice and snow. And so, what can we do? That is a very good question. Goodness me. Ming does not have water whip anymore, so he can't pull the wagon back like he would have before. Oh goodness. I mean, the most that I can think of doing is cutting the horse that hurt itself, the one that's going over the edge, cut it free and let it fall. That would suck for that horse, but we would be able to save the wagon maybe. I think that at this point, Korban and Ming, seeing that this is bad, are going to spring to action. Ming is going to run up and just cut the ropes and cut the leather harnesses holding the horse that was hurt onto the wagon. Unfortunately, when he does that, the horse kind of tries to struggle free even more, slips and tumbles down into the cavern below, into the canyon below. That stabilizes the car a little bit, but it's still sliding off of the edge. And so Ming, thinking that we got to save this horse, cuts its free, and then actually it's now on its all fours, and it's now getting closer to the canyon wall, away from the cliff face, cut free of the cart. But whenever it cuts free, the cart starts rocking a little bit more. The people inside, I think, are going to realize, oh goodness, we're about to go over. Korban is going to go over to the wagon. He's going to grab it with his hand and pull with all of his might. He is going to make a strength check. I'm going to say that the DC for this is 10 plus our chaos rank, which is 7, so 17. And it's very heavy, right? So I'm going to add another 1. So it's an 18. This is an incredibly difficult task. Very difficult. He's got to roll 13 or higher to even make this happen. This is not easy. He was a 5. He only gets a 3. He does not have the strength. So he goes and his feet are slipping in the snow. He's not able to hold it, and he screams, "Ming, I cannot hold it!" And so at that point, Ming runs to the back of the cavern, slipping a little bit in the snow, and he's trying to get people off. I'm going to have Ming do a dexterity check, also 18 as well, to try and get people, to quickly grab people as fast as he can. And at this point, others have come to help, but they're letting the 2 action guys, do what they got to do. So Ming's going to roll. He's got to roll an 18. This is a dexterity check. he fails it. It's a 2 + 3 = 5 as well. So he runs over and he's going like this and grabbing, and one of the people, he reaches to grab him, and he holds onto their hands, and he's about to pull them out, and that's when he hears Karvok go, "I can't hold!" and he has to let go. The wagon goes over, and Ming, they slip out of his hands. He isn't able to grab them and pull them out in time. There's a young woman, maybe, I don't know. Well, I would say that, make it more sad, right? A young woman that he's reaching to grab out, and she slips out of his hands as the wagon just goes over the edge. And everyone is forced to hear the screams of the people, and then silence. And all they hear now is the, and it echoes, and then silence. They lost one of the wagons, so now they are down to 5 wagons. Their carelessness has caused them to lose this. Again, for Ming, this isn't a huge emotional blow. It's ambiguous, right? But they got to continue on regardless, because this is the 3rd segment. So I think at this point, everyone's like, the reality sets in, right? There are a couple monsters and creatures, yeah, whatever, but this is a dangerous journey. This is not a safe trip through the mountains. So, okay, we've now got 5 wagons and only 8 people remaining besides Ming, Karvok, and the Kairos. So let's continue on. So now we've got to ask our fate chart. Fate chart, are we getting attacked? This level, this segment of the journey. So chaos rank is 7. And it might go up. It might actually go up. Oh my gosh. Chaos rank is 7. I'm going to say 50-50. I don't know at this point. Oh dear. So that's an 8, which is an absolute yes. It's an extreme yes. We're going to be attacked this segment. So here we go. Another roll to determine by what. So remember, if we've rolled it before, we can't use it again. So that's 19. We've already rolled a lion, so we're going to do something else. Alright, that's an 80. An 80 is something horrible, I'm sure. 1d4 harpies. Okay, so flying creatures. That's interesting. 3. So 3 harpies. Okay. Everyone gets back into their wagons. One of the we'll say human that is traveling along saddles up the horse and rides it. The extra horse from the wagon that fell, and they keep going. But I think this time they learned their lesson and they're going slower. They're sending people ahead to shovel snow out of the way. Like they're being more careful now. They're definitely taking their time. So this is actually going to slow them down. I don't know how much just yet, but we're gonna say that they're on this ledge. It's only wide enough for 1.5 wagons. So right, so it's wide enough for the wagons and people to walk next to them. And so they're coming down a bend. It's a straight way along this cliff face for maybe 300, 400, 500 yards. Just a straightaway. And Ming is looking around, trying to look into the sky, and he's never been this far into the mountains before, so he's marveling at the sight. But off on one of the peaks nearby, he sees 3 black dots fly up, and they circle around, and then they start gliding towards them. And at first he thinks, oh, it's a couple birds, right? Maybe some winter birds or something. But then they get bigger. And bigger. And bigger. So, as they get closer and closer, he notices that instead of birds, they are birds, but these creatures look like they are a disgusting combination of a female human with bird wings and large talon leg claws. The face is a disgusting, grotesque bird beak coming out from it where a mouth and nose should be. The eyes are this weird, large, beady, black, disgusting pools. And not to mention around it, feathers are sticking out at different odd angles. They look disgusting and they sound even worse until they get closer, and then suddenly the sound changes. Suddenly the sound changes into something pleasant, nice even. So I kind of messed up on this one. I messed up real bad. So in this fight, Ming and Korban are basically immune to the siren song, and even Rahav to a certain degree, from their classes and things that at the level they're at. And on top of that, Korban even grants immunity to everyone in this vicinity. So I really messed up. So here's the deal. If you're watching this and you're expecting me to get the rules completely perfect and everything, don't. I didn't. I'm sorry. I completely messed up, and so just enjoy the narrative at this point. But I will try to correct myself in the future. I do want to actually play by the rules, of course. But in this instant and in this moment, yeah, I messed up. So if you're watching this and you're like, Korban should make everyone immune, you're right, he should. Ming should be able to snap stuff out of it. Yes, he should. Rahav has immunity as well. Yes, she does. But going forward, I'll try to do better. Anyway, back to the show. They have what's called a luring song. And so Harpy sings a magical melody. Before we get to that, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's roll for initiative. I think everybody knows this is going to be a fight. So, Ming first, 8, Korban, a 7, not much better, great. Rahav, Kairo, oh nice, she's going to be a 14. I'm going to roll the Harpies individually, so there's only 3 of them, so Harpy 1, 10, 2, 10 plus 1 was 11, and 3, 15. So that kind of works in our favor. So the Harpies swoop down, and again, they go from screeching to a pleasant sound. So they swoop in, they hover up just above the edge, and they sing. And everyone in the caravan is entranced by their songs, except for Korban. He's immune to the wiling witches of creatures like this. His devotion to Serenray is too strong to be broken by the bonds of such evil creatures. So everyone else starts doing this motion. So I roll Rahav's save first, since I have her character sheet up. She's got it's a DC 11 Wisdom save. She's got +8 on Wisdom. She's gonna roll a 3 or higher. She rolled a 14. She's good, and so that means that she's immune for 24 hours. Ming, also good at Wisdom. Oh dear. I spoke too soon. Rolled a 6. He fails. I spoke too soon. Ming fails. He becomes entranced by the song. Karvok, a natural 1. He fails. He's totally entranced. And then I'm going to roll 1 d20 for all the rest of the caravan members. I'm going to give them a collective +3 to their save for Wisdom. So, +3. 2 plus 5, they are entranced. Okay, and out of them, I'll say, so there's 8 left. I'll roll a d8. However many are entranced will be this. 2. So we'll say 6 are entranced, 2 are not. Alright. So the only ones not entranced are Ming, not caught in that are 2 of the other caravan members. Obviously Korban because he's immune, Rahav because she resisted, and everyone else is under the spell of the Harpies. Okay, well, it's Harpy number 3's turn. I think it's going to notice that Korban is, at this point, he's got his shield up and he's ready to go. And so it's going to swoop by, swipe at it with its claws. So it's going to make a claw attack. That's +3 to hit. That's 8 plus 3. Then I don't even have to look at Korban's deal. Yeah, 19 doesn't even hit. So it swipes down. Korban holds up. He can actually look at the creature now, so it's much easier. Holds up his shield. He hears the shing of the claws as it goes by. No problem. No problem whatsoever. It keeps on flying by. And it gets 2 attacks. Oh, yeah. One with its claws, one with its club. So it shing, and in the air, it turns around and brings its club down on the court, and it rolls in that 1. So again, I'll roll a percentile if it's 40 or less. Something bad happens. 18. So something does happen. So it has a club in its hand. It brings this down, and Karvok holds his shield up, and as he sees the club, he kind of takes his mace and also sticks it up, or his Morningstar, sorry, sticks it up, catches the arm of the harpy as it brings it down. It causes it to drop its club. It goes clattering against the wall and lands next to one of the carts, and the harpy kind of flies away without its club. So harpy number 3 is declubbed. Cool, disarmed. Awesome. It's now Rahav's turn. Okay, so Rahav is also uncharmed, right? She's not charmed by the creature. She is gonna. We're not playing around today. She's not. After losing the horse, and they're so concerned about getting through this. She's not gonna play around. She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt. Ho ho ho! Rahav is not playing around today. So that means that we're gonna make a ranged spell attack. D20 plus 8. Nice. 9 plus 8 is 17. That definitely hits the armor class. Guiding Bolt. She's casting it at a 3rd level, which means so it's going to be 66. Goodness gracious. 23 damage. So she runs up to the edge, holds her amulet in the air, grabs it from her chest, holds it in the air, and then points it at the harpy flying away. Harpy number 3, the one with no club. And the bolt sears through the air and just boom, hits it square in the back where the 2 wings meet together. And light just erupts from it as it makes a huge screeching noise. That sound stops momentarily. And it just, we're talking, it's getting burned all over the place. And next thing you know, it drops. So Rahav is not playing around. Harpy number 3 is done. Okay, so now it's Harpy number 2's turn. Sees Rahav and see what she just did. She's not going to sit by and watch her companion get hit like that. So she's going to take a swipe with. Remember, they get 2, one with claws, one with club. First one with claws. 8 plus 3, 11 does not hit with the club. 17, yeah, that definitely hits. 17 plus 3 equals 20 for sure. The club is 1d4 plus 1. Nothing, right? Oh, wow, 5 damage. Okay. The harpy flies and swipes with its claws. Rahav takes a step back after seeing it coming out of the corner of her eye. And then as she takes a step back, the creature turns around and wallops her square on the shoulder, hitting her leather shoulder pads. And it makes her take a step back, but that's not too bad. Nothing to worry about. Okay, Harpy number 1's turn again sees the threat that Rahav, offers and goes after her again. They're gonna double team on Rahav. So first claw attack, 17 plus 3 definitely hits, and then the club attack. 13 plus 3 is 16. That's gonna be over. So yeah, both those hit. So that's 3d4. So first attack is 1 plus 1 equals 2. And then that's 2 plus 6 plus 2 is 8. So that's 10 damage. All right. So taking a step back, she looks up just in time to see the claws slash on her face. A little bit of blood comes up, but nothing too seriously, right? And as she reaches up to grab that, she looks up just in time to see the club come down. She kind of steps to the side, and it bam right on her shoulder pads again. And it bounces off. She feels it a bit this time. It's going to be sore in the morning. And it hit the armor, but it's still impact. So she's going to feel that in the morning. But again, she's still up and running. Everything's fine. It's Harpy 1 and 2. Okay, so it's Ming Zao's turn, and he is charmed. So that means he's going to make he has to make moves to get closer to the harpy. Well, guess what? The harpy's flying around over like the chasm, the cavern, the canyon below. And so Ming walks and he gets to the edge, and it says here that before they take a step forward, they get a saving throw. So here we go. 16, good. Plus 4 equals 20. So Ming, as he steps forward and kind of, next thing he opens his eyes and sees the grand, the mountainous canyon before him. Just takes a step back, looks up, and sees the harpy right in front of him. So he's awake now. He's saved now. So that means he's immune to the harpy song for another 24 hours. Very good. And he takes a step back. He's already moved. He's gonna. He just instinctively reaches for his boomerang, throws it. He's gonna take that. He gets a 2 plus 7. He misses. Hey, I'm blaming it on the fact that he just woke up, right? He misses, and he catches it again. Takes it, lines it up better this time. Throws it one more time as he gets 2 attacks. Let's hit this time. 16 plus 8 or plus 7. Sorry. Definitely gonna hit. So it's a 1d6 plus 4. So let's do something. There we go. 3 plus 4 equals 7 damage. That's 30. So he's down to that. All right. So Ming clips the shoulder of the harpy, grabs it, holds it, and he's looking at it like this. He's fine. He's awake now and he's immune to the song for 24 hours. That's what I like to hear. Okay, now it's Korban Kaido's turn. So he doesn't do ranged. He's got a hand axe he can throw, but he can't get it back. He's gonna throw it, and he's gonna lose it. It's a one-hit thing here. We do have some spells that we can cast. Here we go. So Korban, knowing that he wants one of these creatures to engage him, he looks at Harpy number 1 and casts Compelled Duel. So Compelled Duel says you attempt to compel a creature into a duel. One creature that you see within range must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine command. For the duration, it's concentration up to a minute. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against other creatures than you, and must make a wisdom throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away. If it succeeds on the saving throw, the spell doesn't restrict the movement of its turn. For the spell ends if you attack any other creature. So he's going to look at H2, the one that Ming swiped with his boomerang, and go. He's going to cast the spell, imbue his words with divine power from Seven Ray, and say, "Fight me!" And he's going to scream that out loud. It's going to echo boom, 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 into the cavern. So the DC for it is Wisdom 14. Oh dear. So Wisdom save, they hit plus 0 to their bonus. So it's just going to be a straight 14. And it gets a natural 20. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Well, that didn't work. Yeah. Okay. Good news is that is a bonus action. But he cannot cast any other spells because he's a paladin. They don't have cantrips. So he's going to perform the dodge action because he can't do anything else, which adds 2 to his AC when he's attacked next. Again, not really a ranged fighter. This is not his fight. So next, it's back to the top round. Before we get to there, we're going to have a bunch of the people that failed there. They're going to start moving towards the edge as well. So I'm going to again roll just one save for all of them. Plus 3 to their wisdom. Wisdom 11. 9. So they fail again. So we had, 8 left. And so 6 of them left, that are charmed. Sorry, how many of them break free? It's going to be less. Okay. 2 of them, when they get to the edge, they stop and break free, but 4 of them do not. Oh dear. Alright. So 4 of them do not break free. So one of the is walking forward like this. H1 kind of sees it close to the edge, and as the victim steps off the ledge. He starts falling, and I think at that moment he wakes up, but it's far too late at that point. And the harpy swoops down, grabs him with her claws, and starts flying away. And so Harpy 1 has her prey. She's out of the fight, but so is one of our members. We're now down to 7 people. Okay. Got that. Another one starts walking towards the edge. And so Harpy 2 was very preoccupied, so I'm not going to give her the chance to do it. Let's do this. We'll do a D20. Oh, a natural 20. Oh, goodness. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Okay. So Harpy 2, after dealing with all that, getting clipped, and succeeding on not being compelled into this duel, looks over and sees another victim step off the ledge. And again, swoops down to grab the victim. And so that guy is gone. Harpy 2 leaves as well, having her prey as well. So now we're down to 6 other people besides our 4 actual characters. Alright, the combat is essentially over. And so we still have we still have 2 people that are walking, that are about to step over the edge. It's now Rahaf's turn in combat order. Does she have anything to stop this? So she's actually going to cast Aura of Purity. That grants advantage to anyone trying to resist the effects of the charm. As these last two guys are about to step over the edge, they get 1 more chance to save. So the first one with advantage, +3 on their wisdom. 12, nice, +3 is 15, so he saves. He steps back, kind of shakes up and sees the just like Ming did, sees the large chasm before him and steps back. And then let's say a woman 16, awesome. So she +3, 19. So she likewise snaps out of it before she steps over the edge. Okay, so that fight took the lives of 2 of our red shirts. We'll call them red shirts, but of our caravan mates. And they were taken by the harpies to be, who knows what's done to them. So, alright, that is our 3rd leg of the journey. That was it. So Ming Zao and Lionsbane is now traveling with this caravan. The 3rd leg of the journey is over. They redistribute some of the people among the wagons to make sure there's enough to get all 5 of them through the journey, and they continue on. All of them are a little down, I think, at this point, knowing, I think that the real seriousness and the danger of the trip is now really, it's life is hell. So, hey, that's all for now for this session and for this scene as well. So we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, whatever. Leave a comment. Do you think that they're going to make it? Do you think that Ming is going to make it? Does he deserve his new title of Lionsbane? You let me know in the comments below. Hope that you'll stick around for more. I don't really care if you do, though. I'm enjoying this. Really quick, if you don't know this, Trevor Duvall, the one who inspired this whole game in the first place, he's got his own season 3 of Me, Myself, and Die up right now, starting. The 2nd episode came out a couple days ago. Check it out. Swashbuckling pirate adventure. It's awesome. I'm loving it so far. My favorite character from season 1 is the main character. So it's really cool. Watch it. It's much better than mine. Much higher production value, much better voices. You'll enjoy it. So check him out if you haven't already. Me, Myself, and Die. I'll make sure I put a link to his channel in the description. But still, I hope that you'll stick around for my journey and my stuff as I'm enjoying this, whether you like it or not. So, that's all for now. I'm Kenneth. I'm the Lone Dice Guy. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.